It's time now for the best high school sports action from the WBCB Sports Network. Catch the best games from Bucks and Mercer County at WBCBsports.com and our Facebook page. Your home for high school sports is right here at WBCB 1490.
Group 3 tournament softball is on the air, where today it's the state semifinals between the Moorestown Quakers and the Steinert Spartans. A pleasant good afternoon to everybody. Alongside the Mercer County Hall of Famer Rich Fisher, I'm Jordan Hirsch. Fish, it's great to be back with you once again. I gotta believe you're probably getting tired of me with all the games that we've been covering together over the last couple of weeks.
Not at all, pal. We have developed a fine working relationship here. Good chemistry and everything. You're correcting my mistakes before we come on the air, and it's just been great. It's been a great run. I'm sorry to see it end after today for a while.
Yeah, well, today we are back, of course, at White House Rupert Field, home of now the back-to-back Central Jersey Group 3 champion Steinert Spartans, but they've got to put that out of their mind here this afternoon, because as cool as the three-peat is, so the Spartans are now just 2 wins away from repeating as Group 3 champions, and the first team to stand in their way is the Quakers of Moorestown.
Yeah, and we're really looking at some contrasts here. You have a Moorestown team with 12 seniors on the roster versus a Steinert team without a senior in the starting lineup. Then again, Moorestown is in this game for the first time. They just won their first ever South Jersey Group 3 sectionals. So this is all new to them. And, obviously, conversely, since 2016, this is Steinert's 6th time in this game, and they've won the previous 5 semifinals they've been in. So they're young and tenacious. Moorestown has these seniors that want to make a mark on the program before they leave. And Steinert just wants to continue to keep the tradition alive here. I mean, Steinert's not only playing against themselves now, they're playing against a tremendous tradition. And, Moorestown comes in here with 11 straight wins, so they are red hot. They're coming in with a red hot pitcher. Violet Marta has, in the 4 South Jersey games, she had 3 shutouts, allowed 3 runs, allowed 9 hits against Delsey and just 7 in the other 3 tournament games. And she struck out 44 and walked just 3. So you're talking about a red-hot pitcher. But, and Jordan, we've seen this all the way through. The Spartans are young but tenacious. They never get rattled. They scrape, they battle, they claw through all 7 innings, and they figure out a way. They've come from behind 3 times in 4 games. And basically, they follow Coach Jen Melker's lead of just, hey, no matter what the situation, put in the mindset, play the game that you love, and have fun with it, and just be calm and get through it.
Well, Fish, a trip to the state championship game is on the line in this game on WBCB. That's being brought to you by the Capital Health System, the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, Haldeman Ford Subaru, Kessel Dermatology, the Revere Restaurant, the New Jersey Education Association, the Hamilton Township Education Association, the Italian People's Bakery, the Hamilton Township Division of Health, Hyundai of Trenton, the Trentonian, and this is, of course, the Trentonian pregame show, the Trenton Thunder, Hamilton Township Animal Shelter, and Bob Hope's Auto Repair. We're going to have lineups and first pitch coming for you right after this, so stay tuned on the WBCB Sports Network.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org. This is Merrill Reese reminding you that Haldeman Ford Subaru on Route 33 in Hamilton Township is more than just a great place to purchase a new Ford, Subaru, or pre-owned car or truck. Their collision and service centers services all makes and models and specializes in fleet service. Haldeman's Collision Center is renowned for their work. It's a state-of-the-art facility, all insurance accepted, free estimates and loaner cars available, and one of the friendliest staffs around. From small dents to major repairs on any make or model, it's Haldeman Ford Subaru Collision Center, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They're good! 1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties. Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology has a highly rated and award-winning dermatology team with over 130 years of collective clinical experience. They've been voted as the region's best dermatologist and doctor for 20 consecutive years. Over 1,500 five-star reviews from satisfied patients. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Welcome back to White House Rupert Field. The Spartans have taken the field. Katie Simonka out getting her warm-up tosses in the circle. And let's take a look at the Moorestown lineup that she will face this afternoon. Leading it off will be the shortstop Julia Miller, followed by left fielder Lily Marta and third baseman Mackenzie Seibel. The pitcher Violet Marta bats fourth, followed by the catcher Kylie Llewellyn and first baseman Sophia Presto. The bottom three are the center fielder Bailey D'Angelo, second baseman Emma Maz, and right fielder Ava Coyle. And they will face Katie Simonka, who in 4 games in sectionals, 24 innings, 13 hits. She walked 16 batters in those 4 games, but only allowed 4 earned runs. Fishy really pulled out some major Houdini acts throughout all of those games. And the first pitch of this one is lined towards right field. Spack makes the catch on the dive in foul territory. 1 pitch, 1 away, and 5 stars.
And there we are, our favorite right fielder, making another great play to start the game. And that's something I wanted to touch on in the pregame. We didn't have a chance because they started quick. First of all, you mentioned Katie Simonka. She has been as clutch as it gets. She's gotten into jams, manages to get out of them.
First pitch to Lily Marta is in the dirt.
She gets out of them with a big pitch or a big play. And that's one thing I don't think we talk enough about with Steinert. Its defense is rock solid, infield and outfield. They don't hurt themselves with errors, and they often help themselves with exceptional plays. And as you know, that is huge in softball.
Yeah, and Danica Spack starting this one off just the way that Steinert needed, with a fantastic defensive play in right, as Marta spoils it foul, and it's a ball and 2 balls and 1 strike. Lily Marta, a sophomore on this team. She is a 22-game on-base streak. She's hit in all but 2 games this season, and she's now ahead in the count, 3 balls and a strike.
I'll tell you what, she is facing a powerhouse lineup too, because this Violet Marta is not only a great pitcher, she's hitting .528 with 4 homers and 28 RBIs. And they have, that's an offense, they have 4 other batters hitting over 400. And Mackenzie Seibel is one of them, and she has 7 home runs. There's one after us. I mean, their lineup is relentless. So Katie Simonka, really, she has to throw strikes, but she also has to be careful, because this is a lineup that can really turn on some pitches.
They average over 8 runs per game. The 3-2 from Simonka is hit foul towards us. Oh, and I dropped it.
Oh, almost a great one-handed nab by Jordan.
Almost had that one. That's the first time I've ever had that in my broadcasting career. A ball come over here,
and
right off the hand.
The Big E lights up the scoreboard.
Error. What position would I play? E10 for broadcaster?
Yeah. EB. EP, play-by-play. Error, play-by-play.
I like that. I
would be EC, error color man.
The count remains 3-2 on Marta. Way upstairs, ball 4.
And this is what Katie Simonka cannot do, because with the sluggers on this team and the people that can hit so well, you cannot walk people and give those mashers a chance to get runners home.
Well, here's one of them in Mackenzie Seibel. She leads the team in home runs with 7, hitting .403 this season. We saw Simonka give up a home run to Allentown in the sectional finals. This one's up and away for a ball.
Got to tell you, Jordan, you made a nice effort on that ball. I would have just watched it. Yeah.
It was a soft line drive, so I had a chance at it as that one's taken high. I'm going to be kicking myself all day for that.
Maybe you'll get another chance. You made a better chance than our super softball fan, Barbara, who just sat there and worried about it hitting her.
2-0 to Seibel, up high, 3 balls and no strikes. Well, if it's anything like the Allentown game when Castellano hit 3 balls in the vicinity of Jen Melker in her first 2 at-bats.
Yeah.
Addison Hassan out to the circle to talk with Simonka.
Speaking of Jen Melker, since she took over this program for Gene Rupert, it was already a successful program. And since she took it over in 2019, Steinert is 21-3 in state tournament games.
It's unbelievable. Just the amount of success that she's been able to have with obviously different teams every year.
Yep.
And home plate umpire calls time as Simonka was ready to deliver that pitch.
And when you count this season, they're 15-1 since in the last 3 years in state games. So
3-0 from Simonka. That one is in there, dropped by Hassan. Marta stays put.
I gotta wonder what Addison Hassan said there.
Seibel still ahead in the count. Simonka's 3-1 is fouled to the screen. So she's got it back full now, back-to-back full counts. And now this is where you got to pay attention to runners on, because this Moorestown team, they love to run. They have 68 stolen bases as a team this year. Pitch is down low. Marta was off, but it's not going to matter. Back-to-back walks, and there's 2 on with 1 out for Violet Marta.
This is not a recipe for success if you're Steinert. 2 straight walks, and then a 5:30 hitter coming up, 5:28, whatever it is.
Yeah, and entering this game, Simonka has certainly had trouble with the free passes. She had issued 45 walks in her previous 67 2/3 innings.
Well, Jen Melker is out now talking to her, and these are usually those chats. Refocus your mindset. Just think about where you want to throw the ball. Have fun. Oftentimes we see these chats work. She seems to snap out of it. Now the umpire is saying, "You're taking a little too long here, Ms. Melker." She must have sensed them coming. She fist bumped her right when the guy was in the circle.
Make the umpire walk all the way out there just to then
Yeah.
walk all the way back.
Yeah, sheer torture.
This Moorestown team, they beat Mainland 5-0 on Saturday to capture their first South Jersey Group 3 title. Violet Marta 2 for 3 in that game with an RBI, a pair of runs scored. She's got a prime opportunity here to get the first run of this game across. Below the knees for a ball. Violet Marta is going to be headed to Drexel in the fall. There are a couple of Division I commits on this team. That's outside. Marta wanted time. It was not granted, but she'll take it because now she's ahead 2-0.
Now she's up 2-0. Got some rowdy Moorestown fans down the left field line. By rowdy, I mean enthusiastic.
2-0 to Marta. Fly ball high in the air, right center. DeMeglio and Spack into the alley, and it's DeMeglio who puts it away. Lily Marta's going to tag and go to third. And there's going to be runners on the corners now with 2 down.
Well, that's a really big out for Katie Simonka. She lifted that a little too high in the air and got it. And DeMeglio made a good throw into second, well, over through second, but at least that stopped the runner from advancing from first to second.
That's going to bring up the senior Kylie Llewellyn, the catcher today. Runners on the corners with 2 outs. And Llewellyn takes low. Kylie Llewellyn hitting .372 this season. She's got a home run and 17 runs batted in. She takes a good fastball right there. Count even at a ball and a strike. Simanka looking to do what she's done so much in recent games, and that's work her way in and then out of a jam. Again, we've got time at home plate.
She reminds me a little of Brad Lidge back in 2008, and even before that, Mitch Williams in '93, where they got the job done. But
high fly ball, center field. DeMeglio is under it and puts it away for the third out. No runs, no hits, 2 left in the top of the first for the Quakers. They can't get a run across. It's 0-0 as we go to the bottom of the first.
Hi, this is Mercer County Prosecutor Angelo Honorfree, and I hope you're enjoying today's game. I'd like to commend today's students for participating in today's event. Being a part of extracurricular activities, whether it's an athletic event, marching in the band, or performing in the school play, or being on the debate team, is good for today's youth. And parents, stay involved in your children's activities and encourage them. An involved parent nurtures your children to accomplish great things. I'm proud to support the youth of Mercer County. This is Angelo Honorfree, your Mercer County prosecutor, and I hope you enjoyed today's game.
Don't forget, if you miss any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For your complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian, or online at Trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. And Trenton Thunder Baseball returns for the 2024 season tonight. Catch all the fun and excitement of a Thunder game throughout the summer. For ticket information, visit TrentonThunder.com. That's TrentonThunder.com. Or call 609-394-3300. That is 609-394-3300. Post-game firework nights, Tuesday Dollar Dog Nights, and Pork Roll Fridays throughout the season. Trenton Thunder Baseball, Big League Futures, Major League Fun. Back here for the bottom of the first in the semifinals of the Group 3 playoffs. No score, and now the Spartans will head to bat, and let's take a look at how they line up this afternoon. It's going to be the shortstop Mia Pope leading it off, followed by the designated player Brooke DeWitt, and second baseman Bianca Walsh. Left fielder Ellie Miller bats fourth, followed by the catcher Addison Hassan, and first baseman Francesca Castellano. The bottom three, the pitcher Katie Simanka, third baseman Aaliyah O'Neill, and the right fielder is Danica Spack batting ninth. And they're going to face Violet Marta, who has just exceptional numbers this season, a 1.57 ERA. She has struck out 201 over 129 innings this season. She's got 10 games this year in which she's struck out double digits, including in her last 3. And she, like Katie Simanka, has just been fantastic in the sectionals. 26 innings, 16 hits, gave up only 3 earned runs, and struck out 44. Fish, that's a .8 ERA in 4 sectional starts.
yeah, and really those statistics are almost a little misleading, as the brunt of those numbers came in one game against was it Deptford, I think. She gave up 3 runs and 9 hits in that game, and still managed to get the win. The other 3 games, she gave up a total of 7 hits, and all 3 were shutouts. And a perfect game against Delsey, a 5-inning no-hitter against Delsey. So she's really been almost unhittable except for that one game. And the amazing thing is her walks. She keeps the walks down to a minimum. 44 strikeouts, and what was it, three walks, I think, in the
just 3
States?
walks in 4 games.
So she doesn't beat herself.
First pitch to Pope is in there for a strike.
Yeah, I think that's the one difference between her and Katie Simanka, is that she's kind of been plowing through these lineups where Katie's been skipping, and jumping through them.
Chopper towards third. Seibel's got it and fires across the diamond in time for the first out.
We should mention Steinert is not only playing for itself and its school, but now carrying the banner for the Colonial Valley Conference after Notre Dame's heartbreaking 10-inning loss to Moorestown yesterday. And that really was a heartbreaker, I'll tell you.
First pitch swinging is DeWitt. She fouls it off.
Riley Mihalik threw 9 shutout innings, but so did her counterpart for St. John Vianney, Maddie McDougall, and then St. John Vianney getting 3 in the 10th.
1-0, or 0-1 I should say, rides high, so it's a ball and a strike. Going back to Violet Marta for a second, and if you go even further back than the sectional playoffs, this 1-1 is outside. She's only allowed 4 earned runs in her last 9 appearances. She's pitched to a .5 ERA and has struck out 92 in that span.
Yeah, she's on a roll. It's no secret why they've won 11 straight games.
So 3 balls and a strike, and yeah, and this is a Quakers team that has, of course, solid offense, and to have a pitcher like Marta in the circle just adds to it. 3-1 to DeWitt, slow roller towards third. Seibel's got it, and a pair of 5-3s to begin the game for the defense of the Quakers.
Yeah, for her career, she's got a 1.67 ERA and 608 strikeouts. That's just nasty.
She's only walked 24 in 129 innings this season as well.
Yep. That is so big.
Bianca Walsh takes a first pitch just off the plate, so it's a ball and no strikes on the Spartans' second baseman, who enters this game riding an 8-game on-base streak. 4 for 12 in sectionals with 4 RBIs was Walsh. And the 1-0 pitch is well up high.
I'll tell you, Marta's going up against a lineup that you never know who's going to step up and be the hero. I mean, as we've seen in this tournament, we've seen Pope have a good game. We've seen Walsh and Addison Hassan have really good games. The other game we saw Brooke DeWitt step up and have a good game. I mean, and that's the sign of a great team, when you have so many different players who can contribute. And that's exactly what Steinert's been doing.
It's been basically a different player every afternoon. 3-0 to Walsh is in there for a called strike. She lays off this 3-1 low, and the Spartans have their first base runner aboard. 2-out walk to Bianca Walsh, and here comes Ellie Miller.
Now batting for the Spartans, number 10, Ellie Miller.
Ellie Miller got a base hitter last time up against Allentown the other day. That snapped a bit of a scuffle she'd been having. She got on base a couple times with walks, but she's a hitter.
That's on the outside corner for strike 1. Yeah, Ellie Miller, she's had exactly 1 hit in 10 of her last 11 games. But you ask her, of course, that's not the production that she was used to enjoying from the beginning part of this season.
Yeah, she was up over 500. I mean, and you just figure if she starts picking it up again where she was at, that'll just make this team that much better.
Still hitting a cool 407.
Yep.
But is behind in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. And she goes down looking at a fastball. No runs, no hits. 1 left for Steinert in the bottom of the first. We're off to the second. No score from White House Rupert Field.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation. And that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
If you're looking for a loving pet to add to your family, consider visiting the Hamilton Township Animal Shelter at 2100 Sylvan Avenue. The experienced shelter staff will do their best to match you with a companion that's a good fit for you and your family and lifestyle. The shelter has cats and dogs available, and sometimes smaller pets like rabbits, birds, and reptiles. Not ready to adopt but want to help the animals? There are volunteer and fostering opportunities available. The Hamilton Animal Shelter is open Monday through Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m., Thursdays till 7 p.m., and closed on Sundays. View their adoptable pets at hamiltonnj.com/animal shelter, and also learn about volunteer and foster programs. That's hamiltonnj.com/animal shelter. The shelter is at 2100 Sylvan Avenue off South Olden Avenue. No score as we head to the second here in the Group 3 semifinals. Moorestown will send 6, 7, and 8 to the dish against Katie Simonka. It'll be Sophia Presto, Bailey D'Angelo, and Emma Maz. So, like we're used to seeing, Simonka worked herself into trouble in the top of the first with a pair of walks. Had runners on second and first with one down, but a pair of flyouts got her out of that jam. And now she'll look to settle in. Simonka against Allentown on Saturday. Went the distance, 7 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs. Neither of those were earned. She walked 6, however, and struck out 6 as well. Of course, Steinert, the reigning Group 3 champions. In this game last year, they beat Shawnee 13-4. Ended up taking down Morris Knowles 3-2 in the finals. And Morris Knowles is in the other side of this bracket, so it's possible that we will have a rematch on Friday.
Yeah, it's Morris Knowles versus Randolph. And the winner of this game will be playing on Friday at, what's it called, Ivy Hill Park?
I believe that's correct.
Yeah. Oops, sorry about that. Stepping all over Jordan's wires here.
First pitch to Presto is whacked foul. Sophia Presto, she's going to be headed to Stevenson in the fall, and here this season hitting .383 and 47 at-bats. Takes low for a ball. They love their cheers in the Moorestown dugout, that's for sure.
Yeah, they do. Pretty good rhythm.
1-1 from Simonka is just off the plate for a ball, and kind of reminds me of how Pennsbury's dugout over in Pennsylvania will get very rowdy and start some chants during their games. 2-1 from Simonka is sprayed foul towards the parking lot.
Uh-oh.
Think that hit a truck on a bounce.
Yeah, it did. Trucks are sturdy. It'll be fine. I'll tell you, look, these Moorestown hitters just look intimidating. I mean, they have some tall, lean, muscular girls up there that can look like they can really rip a ball.
They've hit 22 homers as a team this season. We thought Allentown was high in the sectional finals. This team has hit far more than them. 3-2 is low. It's ball 4. Third walk of the game issued by Simonka. And the Quakers have their leadoff player aboard.
Well, I saw St. John Vianney yesterday, and I think they have like 47 homers.
A top team in the state.
Yep. Well, that could be a top 2 matchup. St. John Vianney's ranked number 2, and if Morris Knowles wins their semifinal today, they're 1 in the state. So,
bunt in the air. Here comes Castellano. She's got it. And a much-needed first out. And a lot of times you see those fastballs up in the zone. That's a tough pitch to bunt. And I think that Bailey D'Angelo just figured out why.
Yeah, and I think, Steinert knew probably that's what they wanted to do, so that's what they were going to throw.
So that's going to bring Emma Maas to the dish, the second baseman. Ground ball right back at Simonka. She'll get the shore out at first. Up to second goes Presto, and there's 2 down.
I'm always in favor of getting the shore out, but I think if she'd have looked a second, she might have had time to get her.
I think without a doubt that ball was hit so sharply.
Yeah.
But now a runner in scoring position for Ava Coyle, the right fielder. Coyle just a .222 hitter. She's also got 5 runs driven in. O'Neill and Castellano pinched in at the corners in the first pitch. DeCoyle is at the knees for a called strike 1.
Folks, I wish you could see Jordan Hirsch's stat sheets here. He's got scribbles and notes all over it. It looks like if you're a Big Bang Theory fan.
Which I am, by the way.
Yeah, it looks a lot like Sheldon Leonard's workboard. It's just stuff everywhere, except I can understand it.
Trying to squeeze in notes basically next to players that, we get the stats all the time from NJ.com. They do a great job there. 1-1 to Coyle. Late on a fastball, it's 1-2.
It's quite impressive. Although your printing is it's like mine. Only you can read it. So in a way, it is like Sheldon's board, and that it's somewhat illegible to the naked eye of other people.
1-2 from Samanka in the dirt. It's blocked by Hassan. That's going to hold the runner at second. Yeah, I've had probably the same handwriting since like 3rd grade. So whenever I write something down for somebody else, I always have to warn them. Hey, if you need any help. 2-2 to Coyle. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Samanka leaves another runner in scoring position. We're through 1.5 from Steinert. Still no score between the Quakers and the Spartans.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
Today's game is brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association, who would like to take this opportunity to wish all of our students the best of luck this school term. We're proud to support you. This message brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association. Alongside Rich Fisher, I'm Jordan Hirsch, back here from White House Rupert Field for the state semifinals between Moorestown and Steinert. No score. We go to the bottom of the second. Addison Hassan, Francesca Castellano, Katie Samanka due up for Steinert. Violet Marta back to work in the circle. She allowed a walk in the first inning, but a couple of ground outs and a strikeout to Ellie Miller got her out of that.
Now, Marta is such a great pitcher, and that's what it's all about at this level. You're not gonna face a team that doesn't have a really from really good up to awesome pitcher. That's what gets you here.
So here's Addison Hassan. She had a 7-game on-base streak snapped on Saturday. Team leader in RBIs with 27.
All right, good job. As long as they don't aim for us.
And the first pitch to Hassan is a fastball in there for strike 1.
Jen Melker just told us that they had they worked hard in practice on not hitting the ball at her, hitting it onto the field. And I said, as long as they don't hit us, she goes, no, it's going to go further away from you guys now.
We almost got hit earlier by Moorestown.
That was a pop-out. We don't mind pop-ups.
Yeah,
So line drives.
Castellano hit a few of those Jen Melker's way on Saturday.
Let's see if that practice paid off.
She's in the on-deck circle. It's no balls and 2 strikes here on Hassan. Marta ready, and she delivers a fastball low. Ellie Miller is getting loose in the Steinert bullpen, but we've seen that quite a bit throughout these tournament games. And
well, it's not a bad move, just in case, Katie has one of those tough innings.
Outside corner called strike 3 to Hassan. Back-to-back strikeouts now for Marta, and there's one out in the second.
Both called strike 3s, too. You want to have Miller ready just in case.
She got into the game against Lawrence, but has not pitched since. So now let's see if Castellano can straighten one out. This one's up the middle, and a diving play at short by Miller gets up and throws out Castellano.
I'll tell you what, we have seen some good shortstop play through this tournament. Like, not only by Steiner, by Mia Pope, who we talk about all the time, but the visiting teams have had some really good shortstops. And again, that goes with why you get this far. You have a good defense to back good pitching.
So there's quickly 2 down now in the second, and here's Katie Samanka. First pitch in there for a strike, and she's been one of these Steinert players, one of the few ones that has struggled in recent games. She's 1 for her last 19. She went 1 for 8 in sectionals. She walked 3 times, and she waves and misses at a fastball and is behind 0-2.
I'll tell you, a lot of hitters, a lot of pitchers do hit in softball, but
0-2 checked her swing that time and held up.
I mean, it's not easy. I mean, there's a lot of pressure on a softball pitcher, especially when you get to this level. You're focused so hard on that I really admire those pitchers that, you know, like we're seeing today, that can hit 500 and be great pitchers as well.
It's a good take that time by Samanka in this pitcher-on-pitcher duel. So she's got the count now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Steinert's still looking for their first hit. 2-2 is high. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Jen Milker had an interesting comment the other day. She said, bringing up a pitcher, she goes, what other position in any sport does one player have to do the same thing 100 times a game?
Called strike 3. We'll get back to that fish in the 3rd inning. Violet Marta works a 1-2-3 inning out there in the circle. We're through 2 from Steinert, scoreless on the WBCB Sports Network.
Hamilton Township in Mercer County is fortunate to have many fine businesses that serve our community. Saul Funeral Home is a 4th-generation family-owned business proud to support our local schools and community. Their compassionate and caring staff is there for you and your family. They'll bring the closure you deserve while also celebrating the life of your loved one. Visit their website at saulfuneralhomes.com. That's saulfuneralhomes.com. Saul Funeral Home at 3795 Nottingham Way, Hamilton Square.
Car buying made simple at Hyundai of Trenton, 1655 North Olden Avenue, Ewing Township. Over 100 new Hyundai models from Elantras and Sonatas to SUVs like the Hyundai Santa Fe, Tucson, and Palisade, including hybrid models. Hyundai of Trenton has the inventory, including a huge selection of pre-owned certified vehicles. No market adjustments on any car in stock. Get an extra $1,000 rebate trade-in value towards any new vehicle. Hyundai of Trenton will buy your vehicle even if you don't purchase a car. Fast payment, top dollar, paid for your car. Hyundai of Trenton, car buying made simple, and the area's fastest growing dealership at 1655 North Olden Avenue in Ewing Township. No scores. We go to the 3rd here in the Group 3 semifinals, and the top of the order is due up now for the Quakers, and Julia Miller is set to lead it off against Samanka. Miller was the victim of a fantastic diving play in right field by Danica Spack that started this ball game off.
Now batting for the Quakers, number 23, Julia Miller.
Miller went 2 for 4 with a triple on Saturday against Mainland in the South Jersey Group 3 championship game, and she takes a first pitch ball in the dirt. Julia Miller, another senior in this lineup. She's going to be headed to Westchester. Taken all the way that time, and it's a ball and a strike.
Just looking back here, I mean, I know Moorestown is their first South Jersey Group 3 title. I think they used to be Group 2. I'm just looking to see if they've ever been in a championship game as a Group 2 team.
Well, they were in Central Jersey Group 3 until 2015. Swing and a miss. Excellent breaking ball that time from Samanka, and now she's got back-to-back strikeouts, and there's 1 out.
Yeah, but I don't think they.
They were Central Jersey Group 3 between 2016 and 2018. They moved back to South Jersey in 2019.
Yeah, and they didn't do it in those years, I'm sure.
First pitch to Lily Marta is down low. Marta walked in the first inning. And now she's ahead 2 balls and no strikes. That time it looked like she was kind of taken all the way. Did that walk move as if she was going to think about slapping it, but it's 2 balls and a strike. And now 3-1.
Walked her the first time. She might just be pitching very carefully to her, too. I don't know.
She's been red hot, and now she's walked twice. It's already 4 walks issued by Simonka in the first 2 1/3 innings she's pitched.
Yeah, she'd love to have a clean inning.
She was able to get away with those 2 walks in the first and having some of these power hitters come up, but it's not something that you want to continue to do if you're Simonka.
No. Well, the power hitters are the ones she's walked.
Seibel bunts it foul off of her. She was still in the box, so it's a foul ball. Had she been out, she could have been called out. But instead it's 0-1. That's kind of a surprising move. Seibel, the team leader in home runs, hitting .403. She's got 7 long balls this year. Let's see if the bunt is still on with this 0-1 pitch. That's just a bit low. Simonka hasn't been missing by much. She's been around the zone, but hasn't been able to get some of these calls. This one sprayed foul over the Steinert dugout. Breaking ball popped up. Hassan off with the mask, and she dropped it.
That's a tough break for Steinert. Good break for Moorestown.
It looks like Hassan might have been caught in between whether or not to catch that kind of overhand or underhand.
Yeah, that's you're right. That is exactly what it looked like. At the last minute, she flipped the glove and popped out or spun out.
It's going to be an error charge to Hassan. Count still 1-2. Fastball line towards right and foul. Spack gave it a look but had no chance.
Another huge crowd here.
Yeah, not as big as Saturday against Allentown, but it's close.
It's close.
Moorestown is not a far trip.
You look at the Moorestown side, there's a ton of people down there.
I believe they're only like 25, 30 minutes away south of here on 295.
295, not far.
1-2 to Seibel. Wave and a miss, strike 3, throw down to second, and Pope can't handle it. And she goes down to a knee, pops right back up. It'll be a strikeout and a stolen base.
I'm not sure. I think maybe a good throw. They might have had a shot at getting her. Didn't have a great jump, but throw kind of bounced, and Pope did a good job of just staying in front of it, not letting it go leak out into the outfield and have her go to third.
It'll go down as the 11th stolen base for Lily Marta this season. She's one of 4 players on this Quakers squad that has double-digit stolen bases.
Yeah, she pitches, she hits, she runs, and she's going to Drexel, you said?
Well, that's Violet Marta. Lily Marta out there at second.
Oh, that's right.
Violet Marta's at the plate, and she hammers this one deep center field. DeMeglio going back. She leaps, and she got it. Gia a home run from Violet Marta. Keeps us scoreless as we go to the bottom of the third. Well, we talked about it, Fish. Steinert can certainly flash the leather, and now they have received another excellent play in the field, this time by Gia DeMeglio.
Yeah, that ball was smoked, and I don't know if it was going to go over or go off the top of the fence, but it was close, and DeMeglio took a little bit of a leap, and the ball spun up, and it looked like it was going to snow cone out. And she hung on to it. What a great catch. And that's, again, that's the kind of defense that Steinert just continuously shows.
Well, it keeps us scoreless as we go to the bottom of the third on the WBCB Sports Network. Welcome back to White House Rupert Field. No score as we go to the bottom of the third. And the Spartans will send 8, 9, and 1 to the dish this inning. Aaliyah O'Neill, Danica Spack, and Mia Pope. And the reason it is still 0-0 is because of a stellar defensive play in center field. Gia DeMeglio robbing Violet Marta of a 2-run home run to close out the top half of this inning.
Just incredible. I mean, between DeMeglio, I mean, those outfielders.
Flip towards shallow right. It's going to get over the head of Maz and fall for the first hit of the afternoon for Steinert. So here comes Danica Spack, her first at-bat of the afternoon. And Spack not in there necessarily for her offense, but she's got a pair of hits this tournament, or in a sectional tournament.
Yes, Jim Giglio here providing his analysis, saying that was a great catch by DeMeglio. Thanks, Jules. We would have had trouble defining that one.
Certainly correct. It's a ball and no strikes here on Spack.
Jules, a Steinert legend, of course. Having coached soccer and girls basketball forever.
Spack bunts this one foul at the plate.
And yeah, I mean, with DeMeglio and Spack out there, when you do these games, you don't often talk about the outfielders' defense because it doesn't come into play a lot. But those two, I mean, the things they do out there are remarkable. And DeMeglio, she kind of flip-flops too. Doesn't she play left sometimes?
This one she gets down towards third to Spack. Seibel's got it, throws to first. The sacrifice is successful. I think they're going to call there was a timeout before that, so don't count the bunt.
Oh, geez.
And Fish, going back to the DeMeglio thing, she's the flex player. She's been in center field throughout the sectionals and now state tournament, and I believe she has gotten some run in left.
I thought I remember her in left sometimes.
So actually they call, it's an interesting call. They called Danica Spack out. I'm not sure why. O'Neill has to retreat to first. So there's one down, and here's Mia Pope.
I can only guess maybe the ball hit her outside the batter's box or something.
Didn't look like that from this angle. Change up in there for a strike.
Oh, that's big. I mean, now you had a runner in scoring position with one of your top hitters, if not your best hitter, up at the plate. Now you have to move her back to first base.
Wave and a miss. Pope, big swing at that one, and she was looking for a fastball. Mia Pope grounded out to third base her first time up. Fastball rides high.
Mia's kind of cooled off a little. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. She had 2 hits and 2 runs scored the last game, so never mind. Cross that out.
She's 12 for her last 22. Hitting .539. She was up to .570 at one point.
Well, it's almost impossible to keep up that pace.
Off-speed pitch down low. Mia Pope last year in the semifinals of states went 3 for 5 with 2 runs scored against Shawnee. Spartans looking to get back to the Group 3 finals as this one's fouled away down the left field line.
Boy, Steinert would just love to get that go-ahead run. That means so much in these games if you can get on top. And then that just puts the pressure more on the other team.
So Leah O'Neill over at first base. The count's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the bottom of the third, no score.
And if you ask why does that put more pressure on now than it does in any other game, because now you're counting down innings, not just to your...
Line drive right at the shortstop. Miller fires back to first. That's a double play. Defense on point from both teams through the first 3 innings. We're off to the 4th. No score from Steinert. The Hamilton Township Division of Health offers a variety of free services to keep you and your community healthy. It's important for everyone to stay up to date on recommended vaccines. Whether you or a loved one needs an annual flu shot, COVID-19 vaccine, or an pneumonia shot, Hamilton's Division of Health is ready to help. Are you or a loved one homebound? The division's caring nurses will bring your vaccine to you. For families that may be underinsured or uninsured, the division offers free routine vaccinations for children. Most residents in Mercer County are able to take advantage of the free and confidential STI and HIV testing clinic. The staff of the Hamilton Township Division of Health are experienced and proud to serve the Hamilton community. Visit hamiltonnj.com/health for more information, services, and upcoming clinics and eligibility. That's hamiltonnj.com/health. Stay healthy, Hamilton.
Well, Jordan, you're right. Both teams are flashing the leather here. That was a really fine play there to end that third inning with Miller just making a catch and easily making the throw to first. And that makes me wonder, even if that sacrifice had worked, if they hit the same line drive, she would have probably been out off the second base too, because it's probably had a little bit of a lead. Either way, we are in the fourth, 0-0.
And Kylie Llewellyn will lead it off for Moorestown. First pitch rockets it up the middle, a base hit into center field. So that's now the second time that the Quakers have had their leadoff player aboard, and it'll be Llewellyn on first with nobody out for Sophia Presto.
I wonder if maybe Katie Simonka just prefers to pitch with people on base. She does it so often, and she does it so well.
Jada Rodriguez is going to head over to first, a courtesy run. Also, just as a heads up, we are aware of the score bug issues, so it is the fourth inning right now. It's still no score. Presto, a wave and a miss. So the count now, no balls and 1 strike with nobody out. We will do our best to keep you updated with the inning, the score, and the count until we get that back up and running. 0-1 is down the middle for a strike.
Yeah, so don't be texting me saying, oh, the score's not working. It is 0-0. Right now the score is right, except for, I guess the inning's not right.
0-2 is outside. Hassan thought about a throw down to first. Jada Rodriguez, 13 stolen bases. She's mostly been used as a courtesy runner this year. 1-2 to Presto, taken outside, and Hassan again thinks about a throw but holds on to it. Swing and a miss, strike 3, throw down to first. Rodriguez is back. 4th strikeout of the game for Simonka, and there's 1 away.
Now batting for the Quakers, number 11.
Didn't seem it, but Simonka actually had a no-hitter coming into this inning before that hit.
Yeah, she'd given up 4 walks, but that was the first hit that she allowed. You're right, Fishit. Did not feel like that at all.
No.
So now the batter is Bailey D'Angelo. Way upstairs, Rodriguez off. Here's the throw by Hassan, and Pope could not get the tag down. The throw beat her, but it was a little high, and Rodriguez dives in under the throw.
Yep. Definitely an accurate call.
So runner in scoring position for D'Angelo. Corners are in, especially O'Neal. And she takes outside. Counts 2-0. D'Angelo popped out to first base on a bunt attempt in her first at-bat. That one barely misses. It's 3 balls and no strikes. One away here in the top of the 4th inning, no score. 3-0 from Simonka. Line drive, right center field. That's going to get down. Here comes Rodriguez for the plate. She's going to score, and the Quakers are on the board first. It's 1-0.
Yeah, nobody was going to get that one. Line drive. Good job of cutting it off and not letting it get through to hold to a single, but Llewellyn was going to score all the way on that one, and Moorestown's finally taking advantage of the base runners it's been having.
So they give Bailey D'Angelo the 3-0 green light, and it pays off. She drives in the first run of this ball game. And so she's out at first for Emma Maz. That one bounced up there.
I'll tell you, it's an art to have the green light on 3-0 because too many times a player gets a green light on 3-0 and they're so excited to have the light they'll chase anything just because they can. You got to have good discipline when you have that green light to just make sure it's a pitch you want.
In there for a called strike one. Count now even. Emma Maz hit a sharp ground ball back to Samanka in the second inning, and she was retired with a fielder's choice on the throw to first. That one in there for strike two.
But right now it's only one run, so if Samanka can keep it right here.
Down low, Hassan's got that. D'Angelo over at first. And Maz wants time. 2-2 from Samanka is hit foul. So Maz stays alive, and it remains 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, you got all those big hitters at the top of his lineup, but the bottom of the lineup is pretty dangerous too.
One nothing game here in the top of the fourth. One down, and the 2-2 pitch is again popped foul and out of play. Swing and a miss, and Hassan holds on to it. Second strikeout of the inning, 5th of the game for Samanka. There's 2 outs here in the 4th.
Yeah, she had to battle to get that one.
Now batting for the Quakers, number
Maz,
24.
a couple foul balls, but she stuck with it.
So here comes Ava Coyle. She's one of those 5 strikeout victims. Went down swinging to end the second. And she's behind now 0-1. Quakers on top, 1-0 with 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. This one sprayed foul to the backstop.
See if Moorestown tries to steal a base here. 0-2, 2 outs, not a bad time for it.
0-2 pitch is down low, and D'Angelo stays put at first.
Oh, there's the old good eye chant from Moorestown. I haven't heard that one in a while.
They've been rowdy over there.
No, I've heard dugouts that chant before.
1-2 to Coyle, below the knees.
First time I ever heard it was back when it was still the Trenton State College, their softball team, which was always nationally ranked. They never shut up. They just sang and chanted. I've never heard anything like that before.
Keeps the energy high, that's for sure.
Oh, it sure does.
2-2 pitch to Coyle. Line drive foul off of first. They are fired up in there, and why not? On top 1-0 here in the semifinals of the Group 3 tournament.
We're in the top of the 4th.
Chop back to Samanka. She makes the play calmly, and that ends the inning. 1 run on 2 hits and 1 left for Moorestown in the 4th. We're off to the bottom of the inning. 1-0 Quakers on top. The Italian People's Bakery is proud to support high school sports on the WBCB Sports Network. Visit them at their signature location at 63 Butler Street for the finest rolls, deli meats, and pastries. Drive by to smell that homemade bread made daily, or have them cater your next party or affair. The Italian People's Bakery, located on 63 Butler Street, is a place to go for the best hoagies on Sunday afternoon and the finest dessert trays for your special get-together. Visit them once again at 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg. The Italian People's Bakery since 1936. And don't forget, if you miss any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For your complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian, or online at Trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. Back here now, bottom of the fourth, 1-0 Quakers on top. 2, 3, and 4 due up for Steinert, Brooke DeWitt, Bianca Walsh, and Ellie Miller.
Yes. Ignore our little thing up the top left of your screen. It is not working. We are, as Jordan said, bottom four, no one's on base, leading off. Moorestown up 1-0.
We will do our best to continue to update you as this game goes along. DeWitt first pitch swinging again, and same result. She fouls it off. Brooke DeWitt grounded out to third base, her only time up. That one's in the dirt. DeWitt now 5 for 15 in sectional and state tournament play with 4 runs batted in and 4 runs scored.
It's a big inning for Violet Marta now because she wants that shutdown inning. Runs are, kind of hard to come by in these games, so you get that run, you want to protect it, especially that very next inning.
So it's now 2 balls and a strike. And a healthy cut and a miss that time from DeWitt.
Steinert, of course, would like to come right back and sort of not feel the sting of that run scored against them and nullify all that if they can build an inning here.
Yeah, 1-out single by Bailey D'Angelo in the top half of this inning. Broke the scoreless tie. The 2-2 is cut on foul tip. Hung on to behind the plate by Llewellyn, and there's 1 out. That's the 4th strikeout for Marta, and it's her first that's been of the swinging variety. First 3 all caught Steinert hitters looking. So now Bianca Walsh will be the batter. She walked in the first. First pitch off speed, and it's low. Bianca Walsh, the team leader in walks, now with 18.
Yeah, she gets on a lot of different ways.
She's ahead in the count, 2-0.
She's been playing softball since she was a toddler. Her dad, Mike Walsh, was the Nottingham head coach for many years. Bianca,
Up and in, 3-0.
Bianca, one of those many girls that come from the HGSL, the Hamilton Girls Softball Association.
Walsh looking for walk number 19, perhaps. That one's down the middle. So now 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. On the ground to Miller at short. She's up with it. Throws a little bit low, but it's in time to beat Walsh, and there's 2 away.
Now batting for the Spartans number.
So now it's Ellie Miller. She went down looking in the first. Violet Marta, an out away from throwing up a shutdown inning here in the bottom of the 4th.
Yep, a clean shutdown inning.
Miller first pitch taking, and it's a fastball. And the count's 0-1.
Steinert really having trouble making good solid contact. They got that line drive that became a double play that Pope hit. And a single by O'Neill. Other than that, they're either striking out or hitting pretty easy plays.
So now no balls and 2 strikes. 1-0 game. Quakers lead here in the bottom of the 4th. Up and in that time to Miller. So it's 1-2. Marta in search of her second 1-2-3 inning. Line drive caught at first base by Presto.
Wow, tough luck to the Steinert hitting some balls on the screws. I mean, like I said, they've been making some weak contact, but when they made hard contact, it's gone right at people. So a little tough luck there.
That was probably the hardest hit hardest hit ball of the game that we have seen. It will send us to the fifth. 1-0 Quakers on top.
True. And actually, there are times we've gotten silly anyway.
Counts 2-0 on Lily Marta.
Can't be all business, right, bud?
Got to keep it loose, got to keep it fun. I mean, hey, we're calling sports for a living.
That's right. You're young. You have to have fun. Just found out you're not even of legal drinking age yet, which I didn't know.
2-1 slapped foul and just out of the reach that time of head coach Bill Mulvihill.
Hey, were you at Rowan 30 years ago?
Well, now we've both missed
I covered you for the
some
Inquirer.
plays.
Rich Fisher. Yeah. Good to see you again.
2-2 from Samanka, chopped towards second. Walsh has it on a couple of hops, and she's made both plays this inning.
I kind of thought that Bill Mulvihill used to coach Rowan University many years ago.
Rowan softball this year had quite the season.
Yeah, they were good under Bill back then, too. They've always been pretty good. I used to cover him when I did work for the Philly Inquirer South Jersey section. You never know who's going to come back into your stratosphere in this business.
Mackenzie Seibel's back up to the dish, and she's behind 0-1. 1-0 game here. Moorestown on top with 2 outs in the top of the 5th. 0-1 from Samanka, breaking ball, loop towards second. Walsh is there, and she makes all 3 plays this inning. We will head to the bottom of the 5th. It's high school, so it's time to stretch on the WBCB Sports Network.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
Welcome back to White House Rupert Field. It's 1-0 Quakers as we go to the bottom of the 5th here in the Group 3 semifinals. And for Steinert, it'll be Addison Hassan, Francesca Castellano, and Katie Samanka. They'll come up to bat against Violet Marta, who's just been outstanding in the circle today. She's only given up 2 base runners, just 1 hit through 4 innings.
Yeah, you knew she was going to be tough, and she is just on an absolute roll right now. In the biggest games of the year, she's coming up with some of her biggest efforts, and today is no exception. And Steinert's got to, just as they've been doing all throughout the states, they've got to figure out a way here.
She's only struck out 4, but hasn't needed that because she's received some fantastic glove work behind her. First offering to Hassan, rolled back to Marta. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Hassan's led off twice in this game, and that's not where you want her. You want her up there with runners on base. She can drive them in.
Yeah, she's the team leader in RBIs. She's also the first out of this inning, so it'll bring Francesca Castellano up. Grounded out to short in her only at-bat. First pitch swinging, and it's rolled foul at the third base line.
So everything is fixed now? The scoreboard is fixed and everything?
I believe so. It's no balls, 1 strike, 1 out here in the 5th. That's low and away for a ball. Major credit to our video engineer, Brianna O'Neill, getting that figured out.
Oh, the point guard.
Gus Barber, our cameraman, helping her with that.
Yeah, Gus was doing the same stuff yesterday when we were in Notre Dame. Our equipment's keeping our engineers hopping.
1-1 to Castellano is taken low. Line drive into center, a base hit. That one just floated up there. It seemed like forever.
Yeah, it did.
It goes as a one-out single for Francesca Castellano, and she's aboard now for Katie Samanka.
Castellano has done a consistently good job throughout this tournament. Getting on, getting hits. And now's another chance. Steinert down to 8 outs left in their season. They got to do something pretty quick here.
Samanka takes at the knees for a called strike. Not happy with that call is Samanka. Looking to turn her tournament fortunes around. Just 1 for 9. She's way late on that one.
It's not good to get in the hole against this pitcher because she can do so many things.
Ooh, just off the plate, 1 and 2.
She's got an array of pitches. She can throw one out of the strike zone, but for a minute it looks like it's in the strike zone. She can get you to chase. Or she could just blow it right by you. Just got to focus.
1-2 pitch. Outside, so again, Samanka falls behind 0-2, but she's worked it back even. Castellano at first. Samanka skies it to left, right at Lily Marta, and she puts it away. There's 2 down now in the 5th. Castellano heads back to first, and here comes Aaliyah O'Neill.
O'Neill, the only other batter to get a hit here today.
Now batting for the
Singled
Spartans,
to
number
lead off the
30,
3rd,
Aaliyah
and then was doubled up
O'Neill.
on that line drive by Pope to short. Jen Melker wants time. And she's going to send Zoe Resigliano out to pinch run. So I believe the rule is now Castellano can come back in but cannot be pinch run for again.
Right. That is correct.
Number 13.
Only courtesy running is for pitchers and catchers.
And now you wonder if maybe Resigliano is going to be in motion here.
I'm thinking, yeah.
Figure that's probably the only reason you would bring her in. First offering to O'Neill is outside.
Yeah, I mean, that or if you get one in the gap, she can come all the way around. But yeah, I mean, it's getting down to the nitty gritty here. You gotta get a run.
She's way off the base and is able to get back. She was caught in between that time.
Yeah, that was a little scary.
So the count's even at 1. Would you put her in motion right here?
I'd wait till she gets 2 strikes on her.
Pitch is in there for strike 2. Resigliano stays put, so now let's see if she'll be off.
I would do it now. I mean, if she makes it, she's in scoring position.
1-2, hit foul. Resigliano was going. And if she was off there, you got to believe she's going to be going here as well.
Yeah, that's the thing. In softball, you can't throw a pick off to keep her close.
No need to, obviously, since you can't lead.
Right, that too.
No need for a disengagement counter. 1-2 pitch, chop towards third. Up with it is Seibel, throws to first, and the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left for Steinert. They're running out of outs. We'll head to the 6th, 1-0 Moorestown.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to. This is Merrill Reese reminding you that Haldeman Ford Subaru on Route 33 in Hamilton Township is more than just a great place to purchase a new Ford Subaru or pre-owned car or truck. Their collision and service centers services all makes and models and specializes in fleet service. Haldeman's Collision Center is renowned for their work. It's a state-of-the-art facility, all insurance accepted, free estimates and loaner cars available, and one of the friendliest staffs around. From small dents to major repairs on any make or model, it's Haldeman Ford Subaru Collision Center, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They're good!
Bob Hope's Auto Repair at 903 Arena Drive in Hamilton. Trust, integrity, and reliability since 1986. This family-owned and operated auto repair shop has been serving the greater Hamilton-Trenton area with fair, honest, and competitive pricing for top-notch auto repair services. Air conditioning service, alternators, inspection, and emission system repairs. Also tune-ups, brakes, repairing check engine lights, and more auto services. Their full-time staff of certified ACE mechanics handle all major and minor repairs, foreign or domestic. Bob Hope's Auto Repair at 903 Arena Drive in Hamilton is open Monday through Thursday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., Fridays 8 to 5, and closed Saturdays and Sundays. Back here now in the top of the 6th inning of the Group 3 semifinals. Violet Marta will lead it off for Moorestown.
I don't know yet. Okay.
But we'll see.
First pitch to Marta is taken outside.
You know, before we forget, whether Steinert wins or loses, this is our last game of the year. We're not allowed to do the state championship games, and we would just like to thank everybody for all your watching of us and listening to us, and all the really kind remarks we get from people telling us how much they enjoy these broadcasts. And you know, we do it for you guys, and we're glad you appreciate it, and we just thank you so much. I mean, it really makes us feel good about what we're doing here.
1-0 pitch rolled up there, and yeah, not enough that we could say about all of our viewers throughout not only our spring season, but over the summer with Little League, the fall with football, basketball, in the winter.
Yeah, all through the year. And we'll be on a little hiatus now until the District 12 Little League, and we'll be back for that. That starts June 30th.
2-0 to Marta in there, strike one. Violet Marta was robbed of a 2-run homer back in the 3rd inning by Gia DeMeglio in center field. Two-one, ground ball off Samanka's glove, deflects towards Walsh, and she's able to make the throw in time.
Nice play by Walsh.
That's now 4 consecutive plays that Walsh has made going back to last inning. And there's one away. Mark that one down, 1-4-3.
Yeah, and she had to do quick on that one too. And Samanka's gotten into a little bit of a groove here, 5-6 in a row. Last inning was her first clean inning without a base runner.
First pitch to Llewellyn is bounced up there. Yeah, that's 6 straight retired since the RBI single from D'Angelo in the 4th.
Yep.
It's the only scoring that we've had so far. Llewellyn now ahead 2-0.
Yeah, Violet Marta has been everything you would have thought she was coming into this game.
Certainly been a pitcher's duel, that's for sure. 2-0, and Llewellyn takes high. So now Samanka in danger of her 4th walk, or her 5th walk.
Yeah, when you get to this level, you're going to have pitcher's duels. You're not going to see too many 8-7 games or anything like that.
3-0 pitch is in there at the knees. So 3 balls and 1 strike, the count on Llewellyn. She is 1 for 2 with a single and a fly out. Popped up right side, Castellano over, and nobody can get there.
Samanka knows really how important it is to not give up another run and just keep this a 1-run game. And Moorestown would just love to tack one on here.
3-2, hot shot to short, Pope's got it, and she makes the throw in plenty of time. There's 2 away.
Now batting for the Quakers, number 44, Sophia Presto.
So now 7 straight retired, and here comes Sophia Presto. 0 for 1, a walk and a strikeout. Another hard ground ball under the glove of a diving Walsh and into right center. It's going to be a 2-out single for Presto, and she will extend the inning now for Bailey D'Angelo.
Presto changeo from a clean inning to a 2-out single.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, wasn't that awesome? Awesome might be a bit of a strong word.
Well, Presto, Sophia is going to be removed now in favor of a courtesy runner.
Yeah, Presto changeo.
It's Rima Takia. First offering to D'Angelo way up high. So now again, Presto cannot be pinch run for anymore.
Nope.
One-0 is in there. Belt high fastball, it's 1-1. D'Angelo has the lone RBI in this game. Single back in the 4th. Drove in Jada Rodriguez. This one's dribbled foul.
This game is sort of similar to the Middletown North game where, Katie Samanka's been pitching from behind most of the game, but only by 1 run, keeping her team in there. So Steiner had that 4-run 6 that paid off.
Yeah, and much like that Middletown North game, Samanka, she allowed that run in the 4th inning, just like she did here today. And then it was the bottom of the 6th. Or was the top of the 6th, but the 6th inning where Steinert exploded for those 4 runs.
Right.
Lions got 2 back in the bottom. And Samanka was able to shut it down in the 7th. That was probably the most intense game that the Spartans have been a part of this year.
Yeah, I think it was. I wasn't there, but I could feel the tension just from checking in on your broadcast.
So now full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Takia is going to be off from first here.
It's a big pitch.
3-2, just low, ball 4. 5 walks now allowed by Samanka. And after retiring the first 2 batters of this inning pretty easily, she's got runners on 2nd and 1st, and the batter will be Emma Maz.
You really, after getting those first 2 outs, you really don't want to slip up here. Give them a 2-out run or 2. Because when you get something that late in the game, it can sometimes be kind of deflating.
Maz hammers it center field. Demeglio's there, and she makes the grab for the 3rd out.
And she looked good doing it. She just had it lined up all the way.
It was hard hit, but perfect placement by Demeglio. Ends the inning. We're off to the bottom of the 6th. Spartans down 1-0.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers top-of-the-line medical-grade skincare products manufactured in the USA. They're tested and developed by a team of board-certified dermatology experts, and they come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
If you're looking for a loving pet to add to your family, consider visiting the Hamilton Township Animal Shelter at 2100 Sylvan Avenue. The experienced shelter staff will do their best to match you with a companion that's a good fit for you and your family and lifestyle. The shelter has cats and dogs available, and sometimes smaller pets like rabbits, birds, and reptiles. Not ready to adopt but want to help the animals? There are volunteer and foster opportunities available. The Hamilton Animal Shelter is open Monday through Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m., Thursdays till 7 p.m. and closed on Sundays. View their adoptable pets at hamiltonnj.com/animal shelter. The shelter is at 2100 Sylvan Avenue off South Olden Avenue. And Trenton Thunder Baseball returns for the 2024 season tonight. Catch all the fun and excitement of a Thunder game throughout the summer. For ticket information, visit trentonthunder.com. That's trentonthunder.com. Or call 609-394-3300. That's 609-394-3300. Post-game firework nights, Tuesday Dollar Dog nights, and Porkle Friday throughout the season. Trenton Thunder Baseball, Big League Futures, Major League Fun. And today's game is brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association, who would like to take this opportunity to wish all of our students the best of luck this school term. We're proud to support you. This message brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association. So we go to the bottom of the sixth. 9-1-2 due up for Steinert. They trail it 1-0 here in the Group 3 semifinals. Spartans 5-0 in this game since 2015 or since 2016.
Yep, 6 outs left to try to do something, to try to solve Marta.
They've already three-peated as sectional champions, looking to get back to the Group 3 finals and have a chance to repeat as state champions. Marta back to work in the circle. Spack takes a first pitch, fastball outside.
Spack was out trying to bunt the last inning. We're not sure what the call was, but she had an apparent sacrifice that was waved off, and she was called out for some reason. We're not sure what it was.
She's ahead in the count, 2-0 here. That one loops in there for a called strike.
You can tell it's been a dominating effort by Marta, because we're in the 6th inning and a Spartan is still only getting her second at bat in the game.
This is a Steinert team that averages over 7 runs per game. They've only got 2 hits. Spack bunts it foul at the plate, so it's even now, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, we've talked about how Spack is such a good contributor with her glove, and what a great time this would be to get something started with her bat for the Spartans.
Trying to set the table for the top of the order. Mia Pope waits on deck. Two from Marta. Up and away, ball 3. And now if you're Violet Marta, you got to challenge Spack right here. You do not want to walk the 9-hole hitter.
Nope.
Especially Spack, who's hitting below 200.
Yep. Spack will get something to hit. Just how hittable will it be?
It's a ground ball right to second. And Emma Maas makes the play for the first out.
Well, good job by Marta there. Hung tough, ran the count full, and still managed to get an out, easy out.
Now batting for the Spartans.
So here comes Mia Pope. She's had a pretty tough day today. She's 0 for 2 with a slow ground out to third, and then that line out double play to short in the 3rd inning. 1 ball and no strikes, so that one's taken outside.
And you know what? When you win or when you lose, sometimes you look back on those kind of plays. Like, you know, if Moorestown hangs on and wins, so, you know, that play and that line drive to first, you'll say, hey, that was part of it. This is our day. We're getting balls hit, hard balls hit right at defenders. And when Steinert, you would just say, well, it just wasn't our day. I'm not saying anything's over yet, but, you know, you hit into tough luck enough times and it starts to get a little depressing.
And again, a hard grounder, and it eats up Maz at second base. It took a wicked hop up over her head. Mia Pope will take it. She's aboard with a one-out single.
Well,
so runner on first now for Brooke DeWitt.
After talking about how everything was going Moorestown's way with balls being hit right at people, now Steinert gets a massive break on what would have been should have been a 4-3 out. They got the big bad hop over the head, and that's a big break for Steinert.
Bill Movahill out to second base. I think just checking on Maz, making sure she's okay. Athletic trainer also out there with him. Appears they're checking out her right hand.
I hope it's all right.
So while they do that, I'll let you know that the Italian People's Bakery is proud to support high school sports in the WBCB Sports Network. Visit them at their signature location, 63 Butler Street, for the finest rolls, deli meats, and pastries. Drive by to smell that homemade bread made daily, or have them cater your next party or affair. Visit them once again at 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg, the Italian People's Bakery since 1936. Maz no worse for wear over there at second. Pope is on first, and here's DeWitt. She squares, bunts it foul. DeWitt, she's 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout.
We have one of our viewers, J. Michael Belmont, who's a local softball aficionado. He says he thinks Spack was way out of the box when she actually hit the bunt, made contact with the bunt. So I guess that would be an out. Not sure.
This one's again bunted foul. I think we're going to have to go with it because, I mean, that's the only thing I could think of. She typically runs up to bunt, and if she took a couple extra steps, home plate umpire noticed it and made the call.
Yeah, we thank J. Michael Belmont for that analysis. Right now, Brooke DeWitt not coming up empty twice on her bunt attempt. Really got to bear down now and try and get a hit.
Down and away for ball one. We've seen DeWitt come up with some big base hits in the sectionals. Trying to get one here in States. The 1-2, swing and a miss. Brooke DeWitt down on strikes for the second time, and there's 2 outs.
Well, Marta certainly knows how to react to pressure.
Batting for the Spartans, number 1, Bianca Walsh.
And here comes Bianca Walsh. 0 for 1, a walk and a ground out. Walsh did have a homer in last year's state semifinals. Went 1 for 3 with 3 RBIs. She would love nothing more than to have a repeat of that right here.
Oh boy, wouldn't she?
Bounced up there, Pope off for second. There's going to be no play. Mia Pope steals her 15th bag of the year, and she's up to scoring position.
You know what? It's nice to have a weapon like that, where if you don't bunt her over, she's pretty good chance she's going to steal anyway.
It's the first time Steinert has had a runner in scoring position in this game.
Yeah, that's right. No, wait. Wasn't O'Neill on second? Oh.
No, she had to go back.
That's right, she had to go back.
Play.
I drew the line, and then when it was called off, I forgot to cross out the line to second base.
1-0 to Walsh on the outside corner.
Well, this is pressure at its highest, folks. He got a 1-0 game in the state semifinal, tying run on second, 6th inning. I mean, this is what it's all about.
1-1. Tipped foul.
And, you know, if you're Steinert, it's easy to say, well, everybody will be back next year. Well, no, it's easy for us to say that. It's not easy for them to say that. They're this close. They want to close the deal.
trying to get back to the state championship game for the 3rd year in a row. Fell in 2022, were victorious last year. Pope on second, time is called. And Llewellyn will walk out to the circle. And so far, you also have to give credit to Katie Simonka for keeping Steinert in this game, facing a Moorestown team that has scored double-digit runs in 13 of their 27 games this year. Their 225 runs they've scored is second in the Olympic Conference, only to Paul VI.
Yeah, and look, I mean, that's Katie Simonka's thing. This year, I mean, you wouldn't call her an overwhelming, dominant pitcher, but you know what? She gets the job done every game and gives her team a chance to win every single time, and that's what you want from your pitcher.
Way up high, Pope was dancing off a second.
And, you know, this is her first year pitching. Katie Simonka, this is her first year as the starting pitcher for Steinert in this state tournament. So that's a lot of pressure for a first-year pitcher.
2-2 to Walsh. Checked her swing that time. It's 3-2.
When I say first-year pitcher, I mean first-year pitcher in the States, where you're the one, you're carrying the load, and she has handled it well. As has Marta, who has just been a buzzsaw right now.
Hot shot knocked down by Marta. She'll throw out Walsh, and the inning is over. 1-0 Moorestown. We're going to go to the 7th here on the WBCB Sports Network.
Hi, this is Mercer County Prosecutor Angelo Honorfree, and I hope you're enjoying today's game. I'd like to commend today's students for participating in today's event. Being a part of extracurricular activities, whether it's an athletic event, marching in the band, or performing in the school play, or being on the debate team, is good for today's youth. And parents, stay involved in your children's activities and encourage them. An involved parent nurtures your children to accomplish great things. I'm proud to support the youth of Mercer County. This is Angelo Honorfree, your Mercer County prosecutor, and I hope you enjoyed today's game.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology is the place for all general dermatology needs for acne, rosacea, eczema, psoriasis, hives, warts, and other growth. They have a friendly and courteous staff, and they can usually offer appointments within 24 hours for emergencies. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology. 1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
We head to the 7th inning of the Group 3 semifinals with the Quakers on top 1-0. And they will send 9-1-2 up in this inning. Katie Simonka back to work.
For the Quakers,
Ava Coyle set to lead it off. She's 0 for 2. And she's going to be called back. It's going to be a pinch hitter, Devin Kodish, up for the first time in this game. First pitch swinging, fly ball, right field, foul territory, and Spack puts it away.
Bill Mulvihill telling their pinch hitter, you got to be patient.
Julia Miller.
Pinch hitting is tough. You're sitting there all game. You haven't had any swings. You want to go up there and swing.
So the lineup will turn over now for Julia Miller. First pitch fastball is in there. Miller, a line out, a strikeout, and a ground out.
Yeah, going back to what we were saying about Katie Simonka, I mean, yeah, once again, she hasn't been untouchable, but she's left 6 runners stranded on base through the first 6 innings. So she makes it exciting, but she has a way of getting out of it. That's a good mental mindset. I mean, I'm sure what they're going to work on, what they want to work on next year is to have that focus all the way through, so you don't even get in those situations. But that's the beauty of it. You got another year to work with her.
1-2 pitch. Man, that was a non-competitive swing that time for Miller, and there's 2 away. So far, 2 quick outs here in the 7th, and here comes Lily Marta. Lily Marta, she's 0 for 1, a ground out and a pair of walks. Takes a first pitch strike for the first time in this game. It's 0-1. Again in there. No balls and 2 strikes.
Samanka's gotten stronger in the second half of this game. More precise.
Steinert will have the middle of their order due up next inning. This one floats high and away. Seems like we've said that a lot with Samanka during this tournament and in sectionals and now in states, where she's gotten better late in the game. This one's dribbled foul. Bill Mulvihill is happy that he was able to make that play.
Bill Mulvihill.
1-2 pitch.
Good time. Whoa,
line foul, look out. Gus was afraid of that line drive, and now we've got to get on him there. Gus has the easiest job. He's just holding the camera. He says it was too hard.
Yeah, we don't have what you would call an aggressive broadcast team.
That's up the middle. It's a base hit. So no 1-2-3 inning. Marta's aboard with 2 outs.
Same as last inning. She got the first 2 quick, then gave up a single.
That's now trouble as Mackenzie Seibel comes up. Seibel 0 for 2, but possesses a lot of power in that bat.
Yeah, you really didn't want to have to face her again.
First pitch strike, it's 0-1.
That would have been a big out to get Lily Marta there. Because now you have to deal with her, and if you don't get her, you have to deal with Violet Marta, and that's a lot.
0-1 pitch is down the chute. So again, it's 0-2. Quakers would love to get some insurance right here, leading it 1-0. 0-2 pitch. Late on that one, was able to just get a piece of it.
That was headed toward my car.
Looks like it's rolling kind of in the parking lot, so I think you're safe.
Yeah, after it bounced off my car.
We'll find out after this game ends, I guess.
Yeah, I suppose so. You might need a tow.
0-2. Nice block that time from Hassan. Keeps it close enough where Marta will have to hold over there at first.
Yeah, you gotta love Moorestown coach Bill Mulvihill. He's in the biggest pressure situation in Moorestown's history here. He's down here making jokes with us in third base box.
1-2 from Samanka, swing and a miss. She leaves the runner over at first and keeps it at a 1-run game. Last chance for Steinert. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th on the WBCB Sports Network.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time, where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township. 1490 WBCB, Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
Last chance for Steinert. We go to the bottom of the 7th. 1-0 Moorestown on top. Looking to advance to their first ever state championship game.
And Steinert emptied their dugout after the inning, went off to the side, huddled up, and you know, look, if you're Steinert, your biggest hope is that these hitters for Steinert have gotten a look at Marta now, and they figured some things out against her maybe, and third time around they can do something with her.
It's the middle of the Spartans order due up. Ellie Miller, Addison Hassan, and Francesca Castellano. Going to work against Violet Marta, who's been fantastic. She's allowed just 3 hits through 6 innings. First one to Miller. Breaking ball low. Katie Samanka through 7 innings, 5 walks, 7 strikeouts, 4 hits. One-0 pitch. Popped foul towards the parking lot again. Parking lot's been getting peppered today.
Yeah, it has. Well, yeah, the other day it was this on this side of the field. Today it's been over there. Well, that means absolutely nothing, but it's an observation.
One to Miller. Just low.
Miller's got to get on some way, somehow. They got to get on this leadoff hitter on.
She's got 1 home run this season. Not a whole ton of power in this Steinert lineup. They manufacture most of their runs,
Yeah,
just 8 homers this year.
I don't think they're looking for a long ball here. I think they're just looking to build a rally.
Well, it's 3-1 now. Miller has taken 2 very close pitches.
Yeah. And if she doesn't get the exact pitch she wants here, she's going to let it go by, even if it's for a strike.
3-1. On the inside corner, and you're right, Fish, probably looking for 1 pitch in 1 spot, and that wasn't it.
No, that was a good take, because that would have been a tough ball to handle.
Pressure-packed situation. Full count pitch to Miller. Again, she spoils it. Foul, and it's just out of the reach of Presto.
That's a great effort.
Yeah, off the bat, I didn't think she had a chance at that and was nearly able to run it down.
Yep. Came close and then bounced into the fence. Hey, man, there's a trip to the finals on the line. You go all out.
So we'll do it again, 3-2. Miller is ready, awaiting Marta. And Miller wants time.
Big pitch for both batter and pitcher. Huge.
Another 3-2 to Miller. Inside, ball 4. It's a leadoff walk.
Great at-bat by Ellie Miller. Great at-bat.
And she's over at first for the team leader in RBIs, Addison Hassan.
Miller didn't get herself out, didn't swing at anything she shouldn't have swung at. Fouled off a pitch she had to waste, and then hung in there and got the walk. And, boy, I don't know. Do you bunt with this girl? She's such a great RBI machine.
I probably wouldn't. First pitch to Hassan. She does not square, and she takes low. You could really call Addison Hassan the main reason that Steinert is here. That big 3-run double against Middletown North in the sectional semis. Takes one off the plate away. So it's 2-0. That walk, by the way, just the second allowed by Marta.
Yeah, the other one way back in the first.
You know, just a third batter of this game. Llewellyn wants a word.
Jen Melker asking for permission to talk to Hassan.
So 2 balls, no strikes. Got to figure this is probably a similar spot like the 3-1 count to Miller where you're just looking for 1 pitch in 1 spot.
Yeah, without a doubt. Just, yeah, you got to, if you see your pitch, you drive it. If it's anywhere that you don't, if you're, like you said, if it's not in the spot you're looking for, hold up. You're still 2-1 on the count.
Bounce, 3-0. That was an easy take for Hassan.
Yeah, that's a good point. Now, do you give her the green light?
I wouldn't think so. Obviously, a walk here would put the tying run in scoring position with nobody out.
Right.
3-0 pitch. She takes it inside. Man, the Spartans have watched some really tough pitches go by this inning. Back-to-back walks put runners on second and first with no one down, and here comes Francesca Castellano.
Yep.
And now Hassan is going to be courtesy run for Nikki Donovan will come into first.
Bill Mulvihill is not happy with some of those calls. He's going out to talk to the umpire. He's going to say, where were those pitches?
We're kind of at a tough angle from here. Hassan did kind of back off the plate a little with that one.
Yeah, but we've seen girls back off the plate with pitches called strikes before. I don't know. Look, every pitch is going to be magnified now. Every close pitch is going to be, it's going to be second guessed. It's state semifinal baseball. I mean, Steinert now with runners, obviously their biggest threat of the entire game.
Yeah, this inning is just the second time they've had the leadoff runner aboard, and the first time they've had the first two on.
Yep.
What a spot for Francesca Castellano.
Oh, boy. How many RBIs does she have?
Castellano's got 16 this year and 1 home run.
It's not a bad number.
Hitting .329 coming into this game. First pitch. Off the plate away. All of a sudden, and again, she's not missing by much, but it looks like Marta's kind of lost the strike zone a bit.
Right.
Miller at second, Donovan at first. The 1-0. That's in there. And a called strike one.
Yeah, that's the thing. You don't want to say that Marta's, losing her control. She's not really. She's just not putting it pinpoint like she was earlier.
Fly ball right field. Coyle's there. She's got it. Both runners will head back. And that is a huge first out for Marta.
That is, and Ellie Miller came off a second when that ball was hit. I sensed that Jen Melker kind of hoped she would hold and maybe try to take third on that with the ball going to right field. But like you said, that's a massive out.
So now Katie Samanka, and what a story this would be after 7 fantastic innings in the circle. She's won for her last 21 at the dish.
It would be a story, that's for sure.
Biggest at-bat of the season right here for Steinert. Miller on second, Donovan over at first. First pitch to Samanka, breaking ball away.
And I think the thing that's got to have Steinert the most bummed out is they did not get the runner from second to third with 1 out. That's Steinert baseball to a T.
Down and away, 2-0. Down low, 3 balls, no strikes.
Oh boy.
Marta in danger of walking the bases loaded. Aaliyah O'Neill waits on deck. Taken all the way, you would think right here.
Oh, you would think, yeah.
She swings at it and hits it foul.
Oh boy.
Wow, that was risky. I guess figure you're going to get a good pitch to hit. Might as well take a rip, but
I guess so.
Man, that could have been disastrous. She gets away with it, though, so it's 3-1. Infield halfway, the 3-1. Outside, ball 4. And 3 walks in the inning have loaded up the bases with 1 out for Aaliyah O'Neill.
Man, this is amazing. We have watched this girl be so efficient, so poised. And I guess it's just, look, it's athletics, it's youth, it's everything.
And you got to give credit to these Steinert hitters, too. They've laid off some real tough pitches.
Yeah. Well, they're smart. I mean, the Steinert softball players are smart. They know the game. They know they have to get on base, and now they have. And
Infield is in for Moorestown. First one to O'Neill. Just misses, and with every ball that is being called, the Moorestown dugout is reacting in disgust.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you just saw arms just get thrown up in the air. And
1-0. Ground ball slowly right side. No one's covering first, and there's no play anywhere. The game is tied. Put it in play, and good things will happen. It's 1-1, and the winning run is at third with 1 out.
Well, I mean, that's just good fortune right there for Steiner. That ball was not hit hard, but you know what? It was hit soft enough that when Marta got it, she looked at first, and she realized she wanted to go home and try to cut off that tying run, and by the time she made up her mind, the run had scored, and holy mackerel, this is unbelievable.
First pitch to Danica Spack is in there for strike one, and now how about this spot for Spack? Entered the game as a 188 hitter. She's 0 for 2 today. Bases loaded, 1 out, and a chance to send her team to the state championship game. The 0-1 in there, 0-2. That might be one she hopes she got back. Infield still in all the way around for Moorestown. Nikki Donovan represents the winning run at third. 0-2 from Marta. Check swing, she went. Big time strikeout and 2 outs, and here comes Mia Pope.
Well, this is who you want up right now. I mean, Mia Pope is, she's a special player. Today she got a single lined into a double play. It's just amazing. It's amazing that the game has come to this point right now. And hey, look, we talk about again how different people step up. Alia O'Neill joins that parade now of people contributing with that hit that scores a run, this tying run in the 7th inning of a state semifinal.
An infield hit that didn't even really get past the mound. So bases loaded, 2 outs. Mia Pope's 1 for 3. One of the best hitters in this tournament. A chance to win it right here. Bases loaded. First pitch to Pope. Swings at it, ground ball into left. That's gonna do it. Mia Madness. The Spartans are headed back to the Group 3 championship game for the 7th time in the last 9 seasons.
Well, this is an absolutely unbelievable ending to this game, folks. I mean, I don't even know what to say. And you just put it perfect, Jordan. Mia Madness. She came up, first pitch swinging, slammed it through the infield. I mean, and we said that if there's a hitter you want up at the plate at that moment, it's Mia Pope, and whew, she came through like a champ. Sophomore against a senior, and the sophomore wins.
Man, you just can't get rid of the Spartans in this tournament, can you? They're 6-0 now in state semifinal games going back to 2016.
16-1 in their last 3 tournament appearances, or something like that. Yeah, in this tournament, they're 12. Actually, no. So yeah, 16-1 going back. And you got to feel bad for Moorestown. I mean, 6 innings, they thought they had this game, and you know, Marta just hit a little bit of control issue there in the 7th, and
we did not announce it during the game, but during the course of the game, Katie Simonka recorded her 200th career strikeout.
Well, how about that?
Okay, Katie Simonka. Dan Caruso is just telling us Katie Simonka recorded her 200th career strikeout. So good for Katie, and congratulations to her. And look, unbelievable team effort. I mean, we could talk forever about the team effort that this Steiner team puts forth, and it just never ends. The heroes never end. And, I mean, congratulations to the Spartans. It breaks our heart that we can't do the championship game because we've watched them up to this point. So, hey, we'll either go to the game and watch, or I'll watch it on TV or whatever. But congratulations. And it's just, there's just something in the DNA right now with this Steiner program where, you know, look, even if they don't win a state title, even if they don't win a state title, just the fact they've gotten this far, with a good program, they challenge for state titles constantly. And once again, Steinert's on the doorstep. So I have a million other things I want to say, but I know we got to get off the air.
Well, Steinert, they're going to play the winner of Morris Knowles and Randolph on Friday, a chance to repeat as Group 3 champions. Do not go anywhere. Our Italian People's Bakery Player of the Game interview coming up next. It's going to be Mia Pope because, I mean, obviously, right?
Yeah.
We'll be back with that interview right after this on the WBCB.
Hi, this is Mercer County Prosecutor Angelo Honorfree, and I hope you're enjoying today's game. I'd like to commend today's students for participating in today's event. Being a part of extracurricular activities, whether it's an athletic event, marching in the band, or performing in the school play, or being on the debate team, is good for today's youth. And parents, stay involved in your children's activities and encourage them. An involved parent nurtures your children to accomplish great things. I'm proud to support the youth of Mercer County. This is Angelo Honorfree, your Mercer County prosecutor, and I hope you enjoyed today's game.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township. Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org. 1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
Welcome back to Steinert High School. I'm back with our Italian People's Bakery player of the game, Mia Pope. Mia, I mean, obviously, what's going through your mind there is you see that ball hitting the left field. I mean, that's every little kid's dream, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it was such an exciting moment for me and my team. I mean, I just wanted to get on anyway, and I was very excited.
Mia, talk about after the bottom of the top of the seventh, you guys got out of the dugout. Melker called you in a circle. What was said during that little huddle, and what did that do for you guys?
Basically, she just said that like it's not over yet. Pretend like it's the first inning, and just go in there and tank.
You guys, of course, I mean, down 1-0 basically the whole way through. You're facing a real tough pitcher up there against Violet Marta. Your team has now come back in 4 or 5 games here in sectionals and now states. I mean, what does that say about the DNA and the makeup of your squad?
I mean, she's a great pitcher, and we knew that we were going to have a challenge hitting her, but we knew that we could come back when we were down and make it worth it.
Now, that team has like a dozen seniors on the roster. You guys are the kiddie core, really, and that doesn't matter to you guys, does it? You've played in so many big games that you feel like you're veterans anyhow, don't you, when it comes to this game?
It doesn't matter. We don't really care about age or what grade we're in. We just can't come out here to play and have fun.
I asked you on the way over here, but I'll ask you again. First pitch swinging, was that just the approach all the way through right there?
Yeah, that was my approach. I wasn't going to wait for any ball. I was just trying to hit the ball.
What kind of pitch did you get?
I think that was like high and out, so I kind of just got on top of it and drove it.
Well, went with the pitch, and you send your team back to the Group 3 championship game, 7th time in the last 9 years. You have a chance to repeat on Friday. Good luck in that game, and thank you for joining us.
Thanks, Mia. Congratulations.
Our Italian People's Bakery player of the game,
I guess
Mia
I'll see you in
Pope.
Little League.
I mean, what more can you
I'll miss
say?
you
A
guys.
walk-off to send her team to the state championship game.
Enjoy your June.
Yeah, exactly. All right, buddy.
Today's game on the WBCB Sports Network has been brought to you by the Capital Health System, the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, Holdeman Ford Subaru, Kessel Dermatology, the Revere Restaurant, New Jersey Education Association, the Hamilton Township Education Association, the Italian People's Bakery, the Hamilton Township Division of Health, Hyundai of Trenton, the Trentonian, the Trenton Thunder, the Hamilton Township Animal Shelter, and of course Bob Hope's Auto Repair. One more time for the entire crew. Brianne O'Neill produced today's stream. Gus Barber did the camera work for my color commentator, Rich Fisher. I'm Jordan Hirsch saying thank you for watching and have a great off season, everybody. We'll talk to you again when Little League starts up in a few weeks.